This is Michael Gervais with Michelangelo's Plumbing. We're at 16821 Oakview Drive, Encino, California, 91436. It is December 26, 2018. We are running a sewage ejection line inspection from the guest house area. We've run through the 2-inch clean out and we are out approximately 154 feet. And we cannot locate any other cleanouts. This cuts across the driveway and across the main lawn behind the house, and then starts running toward the front of the property. And we can't run any more line. We can't get out here because we're running through a 2-inch line now, and we just can't push our camera cable through here any further without any other cleanouts, and we could not locate any other cleanouts. So we're just going to pull back now, and we're going to complete this part of the inspection. That's as much as we can do without digging it up and putting a cleanout in. There are areas where we're full of water here because we run uphill, we run downhill, and then there are areas where we have some dips and bellies, and then we're clear of water. We don't have any water in the line, and then we go back into water. But that's typical of a sewage ejection system where you're running downhill, then you're running uphill, and it's pumping out. This is a very, very long line and may need to increase the pump size in the future to run out that far. But now, at this point, now you can see we're draining, and then we go back and we've got a dip, and we're back into water again. So now we're going to keep pulling back. And this line has a check valve on it at the sewage ejection system so that it holds the water in the line, and it just keeps pumping it out as needed when fixtures are used. Now we're pulling back toward the grass area, and as I said, you can see here where we're not full of water, and then we get full of water again. So this line's just like a snake. It goes up and down with ripples, and it has dips and bellies in it, and that's common for a sewage ejection line. And then all of a sudden, there we're clear of water. We're going downhill again for a moment, where you can see, and now we're full of water again. But the line is pumping. Sewage ejection pump is working, and apparently we are pumping to the septic tank that I believe it goes all the way to the front of the house, or this line. The seller stated that it goes into the undercarriage of the house. It goes in underneath the house, and then it goes into that waste line and then runs to the septic system. We're going to pause for a moment. Okay, so we're going to continue pulling back now. We're coming back from the main grass area that is back behind the house, where you enter the gate and you pass the guest house, and then you have the big lawn area, and that's where we run across. There is concrete cutouts. It was saw cut across the asphalt on both sides of the grass area, and you can see a strip of concrete where this line is running. And that's going to conclude the video inspection of the guest house. So we're going to pause for a moment. Okay, we've resumed recording, and we are going down into a clean out at the front of the house. It's to the right of the front entrance to the house. and we're going to run down toward the septic system. There's at least 2 tanks that we can see. Got a lot of cobwebs in the line. Makes it a little bit difficult to see, but so far the fittings look okay. We're going to continue to run toward the septic tanks. Getting a little bit of debris on the camera lens. More cobwebs. Making a turn. More cobwebs. Now we're going into some water. We'll probably get real close to the tank. And we're going to just go on in. And that looks like the inlet to the tank. So we're going to locate this area. Okay, we've located this area and we are at the entrance to the left tank. As you're at the clean out, mainline clean out, that is just to the right of the front entranceway door. You're about 20 feet over from the front entranceway door by the large palm tree, and then you're looking out toward the tanks, which are in the yard area. This is right at the left tank. We're going to go in just a little tiny bit. We're going to take a look. We got somebody running some water right now, and let's see, that looks good. We've got some cobwebs and such. We didn't see any major breaks or any major root intrusions or anything. And now we're going to start pulling back because that's the entrance to the tank. So we're going to begin pulling back now. We have someone inside the house. We have a home inspector. We have somebody running water right now. All of our joints, from what we can see, look to be in pretty fair condition. Difficult to see on the way out because we do have someone running water. But again, from what we can see, the joints appear to be in fair condition. We didn't see anything major. Everything looks to be in maintainable condition at this time. Now we're pulling back toward our sewer cleanout, and then we're going to run through a couple other cleanouts out here too and double check the lines. I'm going to pause for a moment. Okay, we're going to begin running through another 4-inch ABS plastic mainline cleanout that is on the opposite side of the asphalt roadway that leads up to the front entrance to the house. Take a look at the line. Looks like we've got some root intrusion in this area. Got quite a bit of root intrusion. Try and push through. Let's see if we can push through this area.
I think it's a void.
Take a look. And we just got to drop. Go ahead, drop it so good. This mainline cleanout looks like it's just a void. It's just dropping straight down into the ground. I don't know if this is an overflow tank. It's difficult to tell. It's got a little bit of root intrusion in the line, but our camera cable is dropping straight down. A cesspool inspection company and septic inspection company will need to take a look, and they can verify what the line is and whether it's live or not. So we're going to pull our camera out of here, and we're going to drop through another clean out that's pretty close by. See. Okay, we're going to begin running through another ABS plastic cleanout that is also in between some palm trees on the opposite side of the asphalt driveway to the main entrance to the house. Okay, and we run into some roots. I believe we have another void. Yeah, it looks like we may just have a void. These may have been the old tanks. It looks like we have two newer lids that are closer to the house, and these may have been old tanks that were cut off and abandoned, and septic company and cesspool company should check this to make sure, find out whether these are live or not. I don't believe that they are, and if they are not live, they should be excavated a little bit, make sure that they're dry, pumped, and then they should be filled with gravel, sand and gravel. So we're going to pause now for a moment. Okay, we're going to begin pulling back now.
Yeah, looks like this looks like it doesn't look like it just,
Looks like it may have been
abandoned or something.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to pause now. Okay, we are going to run through a 6-inch ABS plastic line in the grass area on the opposite side of the house where the driveway is. We're going to drop through this line and see what we can tell. A little bit of debris on the camera lens. And we're still going.
I thought something's pulling me. It's bunching up.
Huh?
It's the line is just like bunching up inside there because I can feel the weight of the coil.
Yeah.
There's water.
Okay, we're just dropping. We're dropping down into the line, and it's very possible that we just dropped down into an old leach system. Pause for a moment. Okay, we're going to begin pulling out. We're just coiling up our camera line. We're going to begin pulling back now. As I said, a septic company and cesspool company should check this. As you can see, we're pulling our camera back right now, and you don't see our camera moving. Now you'll begin to see our camera moving. We're all coiled up, and now we're pulling back. there's a good chance that this is part of the leach system. And we do have a considerable amount of roots in this system, which may need to be cleared out. But again, the septic company would be the one to make recommendations on what needs to be done with these lines. We can see water. There was water down in there, and we've got water dropping from somewhere. So more than likely this is part of the leach system. Now we're going to pull our camera back. And as I said, we're going to recommend a cesspool company to come out and take a look. And now we'll conclude our inspection.